water break. It's hot. It's not crazy hot. It's July 4th of July, Independence Day. Um, so I'm home. Yay for holidays. To be honest, I'm not super psyched with our country right now, but I appreciate the day off. Not gonna lie about that. So I'm out in the garden. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. It's gonna be hotter tomorrow probably. So today's the day to get out here, water things, do a lot of cleanup because things are getting wild, which is so good. It's my favorite, but it's also getting a little unruly. Things are starting to like crowd each other out. It's getting humid, so I don't want there to be like powdery mildew on stuff and blight and disease and things like that. So I do need to do cleanup. I was gonna do cleanup last weekend. We all know that didn't happen. So today's the day. But I figured, as usual, take you along, show you some bits and bobs in the garden. Things are getting crazy. Finally have a sunflower blossom. It was lovely. Tomatoes are growing. Peppers are growing. Squash is growing. I think I have some beets maybe that I can harvest. I also noticed that some carrot tops seem to be going to seed, which means it's probably getting too hot for them, is my guess. And I also assume that if things are going to seed, they probably are not going to taste great for very long. So we'll see if we can harvest some of those. If we do, I will certainly show you what comes out of the garden. Yeah, trying to clean some stuff up. The herb bed definitely went to flower, like the thyme, lemon thyme and the oregano and things like that. So I'm going to give that a big old haircut. Some of the basils have gone to seed, so I'm going to pinch those back. Hopefully make some basil tea this weekend for some friends coming over, and maybe we'll show you that. But yeah, it's just a little bit wild. I'm gonna take it slow and enjoy my time in the garden. I hope you do too. Do y'all see that massive sunflower up there? It has not blossomed yet, hasn't opened up, but it's huge, right? It's as tall as the tomato bed. I was gonna pull it because if you look in there, it's like thick. And I'm wondering if it's drawing a lot of nutrients, even though things are looking pretty good in this bed. And I ultimately decided not to. And I'm gonna show you why. I was coming in watering my tomatoes and I realized that the Cherokee carbon tomato is using this massive sunflower as a trellis. So guess what? The sunflower gets to stay because if it means I get more tomatoes because it's supporting the tomato plants, I'm all about that. That's like a bonus. So, score one for the massive volunteer sunflower that gets to live forever as long as it's supporting my tomato plants. I wanted to show you one of the bread and salt oxheart tomatoes. You can see them there. See how they're kind of heart-shaped? Come down. I'm so excited to eat these, you guys. I'm like drooling just thinking about the salsa that I'm gonna make. Like there's just bunches of the oxheart tomatoes. I am so thrilled. They obviously aren't blushing yet. But gosh, it's just growing up and up and up. And there's little guys over there. I want to be tomato rich, y'all. This is the year. This is a beefsteak tomato. There's plenty that are growing. And I am just like, let's go, guys. Let's ripen up. Hawaiian marigold. Stunning. Just stunning. Volunteer from last year. Should probably save some seeds. I don't think I have any more, and I would love to have them. Big beef tomatoes, Moscovich tomatoes. Now, you know, I've been watching this guy for a while. Do you see that monster? Come on, y'all. Time for tomatoes. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to start tackling the tomatoes, mainly the slicer bed, and then I'll tie up some on there. Glory's gonna help me record, I think, today. We'll see how that goes. My trusty assistant. But yeah, so you can see things are getting pretty crowded in here. Leaves look a little stressed. So I'm gonna clean things up, hopefully get some good airflow going. Prune suckers, because I'm sure, oh, yep, see, like this was a sucker. Just trying to be its hole in the plant. So that's gotta go. Clean up a lot of those things. You can see they're reaching the top of the trellis system, so I'm probably gonna either drop them down or at least space them out. Maybe have to take off a leader if things are growing too much, because I want to bear fruit, not extra scraggly limbs of these plants. So here we go. It's really, I'm just trying to help get airflow so things don't get super muggy, because when things get really muggy and cramped in, that's when you start dealing with diseases, and you get less of a harvest. This has some blossoms. I really don't want to sacrifice them, so I might leave them. Maybe tie it up over here along this here sunflower. See how that goes. Now this guy, see this guy right here? This was a sucker that I missed, so I'm cutting that out. It's kind of thick, so that's why I'm using my pruners here. This one's got lots of blossoms, so I do want to keep it. It's another little sucker like that. If I'm seeing any leaves that look particularly yucky, I'm going to cut them. Anything really low in the plant, I'm cutting again for airflow. Girl. That was off the pink jazz tomato. But again, I want the fruit to ripen. I don't want to have these extra long, non-producing bits of the plant. Some little suckers. Really, anything that's like below fruit is, you don't really need it anymore. It'll just get diseased. Don't be surprised if there are suckers growing back in places where you've already pinched them before. The plant is just continuing to try to grow. I have some that right here that might be producing, so I might leave that leaf there in the middle. We'll see. All right. That's looking pretty good. So this one I'll have to tie up. This one I'll have to tie up. But in terms of like airflow, those two are looking better. Now this is the pink jazz. So far I've done the Cherokee Carbon and the Hillbilly tomato. Now I'm doing the pink jazz right here. See, now on this pink jazz, I don't really have fruit set until here. So all of this down here is really just main stem now, but I don't need like all this extra foliage on. So now that I'm in here, these poppies are getting crazy. I need to pull those, I think. Oh, I hear a bee. Lots of little suckers on the pink jazz. I'm getting those. I don't mind if the marigolds are coming out toward the bottom if they're really thick, because those are a pest deterrent, which is really good. They kind of help camouflage the smell of the tomato from other bugs that want to eat it, so they get to stay. And then the other one in this bed, this last one over here, is a pork chop. This guy, yep, it's got lots of suckers that I don't need.
What are suckers again?
Suckers? Here, come here, I'll show you. Come in closer. Good question. So suckers, right in here. See how this is starting to build like a little leaf? It's going to be a whole nother twig, whole nother branch of the plant. And it will, if you leave it, it will grow into a whole nother one of these. It will try to set fruit. It may or may not produce. Chances are they will be smaller fruit. So not super great. And I'm really trying to get more big tomatoes. And so I want less suckers. Because remember this, I'm not growing this plant the way that it wants to grow. I'm growing it how I want it to grow so that I can focus on eating the tomatoes, when it just really wants to grow as many little tomatoes as it can. Oh look, see there's a whole bunch growing in there. You see those? 1, 2, 3, 4 pork chops hiding in there. Oh, they're gonna be so good. Look at this guy. This is one of the pink jazz. Look at how like ribbed it is. Doesn't it look so cool? I'm so excited. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Oh, and see, look down here. I know I've pinched from here before, but look, it's already trying to do another one. But I don't want it to, because I want more big tomatoes. And I'll show you, there's some on the cherry tomatoes that have started growing suckers, probably from just right under the soil, and it looks like it's trying to grow a whole new tomato plant. So I'll show you that later too. So this whole branch was a sucker, and I missed it, like a little bitty leaf, and I missed it, and it grew into this whole other thing. And yes, there are blossoms on it, but look, there are tons of blossoms on the other ones. So I'm gonna just get it gone, because we don't need it. It's not gonna help me achieve my goal for this plant, even though it wants to keep making more branches, but I don't want it to. I want to keep it healthy. And let the air get in here. So I'm doing a pretty heavy prune. It's okay. It will be okay. It will help these guys get more energy, and it will help them grow fuller and yummier, and good things will come of it. At least that's the goal. But see, like, and this little guy, it's a sucker. That's gonna go. And we have this guy coming across. That's probably just gonna cause disease, so I'm gonna cut that.
What type of disease are you talking about?
Blight, powdery mildew, fungus things, bacterial things that tend to cause your leaves to get kind of gnarly. I don't see much where I'm going here. right now, but if I find one that looks like, ooh, that leaf's not looking good, I will for sure show you. I'll probably trellis this up. This is my Chinese noodle bean trellis, but I like how this is kind of leaning over there, so I might just help it to come that way more. And like leaves that I don't think we really need as much. This one's looking a little stressed, but it's okay. Yeah. Oh, and see there's little ones in there. Just cut here. Sometimes things get a little bit too twisted up. Okay. Good. Getting better. This guy I'm gonna cut.
It looks more airy now.
Yep.
It looks less full.
This one I'm gonna cut.
Can you see me?
And this one I'm gonna cut. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you spot Violet back there? She's in the near the cherry tomato bed. Oh, and here's one more sucker. I'm gonna get that too.
Okay, go back.
If they're little and you can pinch them, just do it. But if it gets thicker, then you want to use some pruners here. This guy is a sucker. I'm gonna prune it. All right, let's go to the back side. This is our Moscovich tomato plant. More suckers. Here's a good little example. Pinch that. This was a sucker. It's got some bunches, but I really want these fruit and I want those fruit. So I'm probably gonna get that gone. This is a ground cherry plant. I'm gonna let that be there. Let this one go. So same goal. Anything that looks diseased, like yucky. Oh, here's a good one. So this is on the big beef. Do you see how that leaf is like yellowing? It just doesn't look healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I want gone. Because I don't want it to infect the rest of the plant. Whatever it is.
Because it'll just spread.
It'll spread. Exactly. Whew, okay. And this has some of the biggest tomatoes so far. It's an earlier ripening tomato, so I want it to be healthy. And I want the fruit to ripen up. Marigolds. Like I said, marigolds get to stay. This one I have tied to the T-post. But then there's like another one here. I'm just gonna let that go. Hee hee hee. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Yep. There's another one growing there.
Everybody loves tomatoes.
Everybody loves tomatoes. Another good thing to remember is you do need some leaf canopy because you don't want your tomatoes to get sun scald. It's just like people get sunburn. Vegetables do too. Or fruit, or however you want to think of them.
Fruit.
So, gosh, they look so good. We don't want them, they need the energy,
really big.
but we also don't want them to get sunburn, sun scald, because then you won't be able to eat them. They'll get nasty and gross. Oh, see, this was a sucker that I missed. One of the other things that I mentioned I wanted to do today for sure was to pinch back my basil because it's going to flower. So if you come in here, you can see it went to seed, it bolted. That's okay. We're just going to cut it back to where there's a node or a pinch point. Same with these ones. So these ones went to flower and I want to bring it back to where there's like a little pinch point. This one too. See how there's like little leafies growing right in there? I'm going to cut right above it. And it's going to encourage it to bush out more, grow longer, taste delicious, and keep growing. because we want it to keep growing. Oh, it smells good too.
I can smell it from here. It smells kind of like mint, but like more tangy almost.
Like a tangy, herby situation, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cut some of these off because it's kind of attacking me in my walkway. Not because it's diseased or anything. It looks fine.
So are those like
This
orange
is a
flowers?
Hawaiian marigold. Isn't it pretty?
That's pretty.
It volunteered from last year. I did not plant it. So I would like to let some of it go to seed so I can save it. Because it's gorgeous. Okay. This basil right here, I'll show you again how I want to prune it. So you follow it down and see where there's like a node where there's like leaves growing on there. I'm going to cut right above that. And I'm just going to keep doing that. And it's going to keep growing. And we're going to make tea. And we're going to cook with it. And it's going to be delicious. All right. So this is the cherry tomato bed. Looks very different from the other bed, right? Like they're smaller tomato plants. I don't know why they're not as lush and thriving as the other one. I really don't know because I treat them the same as far as I can tell. But I did want to show you a couple of spots where I feel like, ooh, we have blushing tomatoes, so I'd like you to see that. But also I want to show you like what disease looks like over here too, because it's a little bit different than the other one. So if you come in here, you can see like, see how they're getting kind of like spotty, rusty looking. There's some brown spots and stuff. That's not good. Got to get that gone. I'm not tossing it back in the garden bed. I am just trimming it.
Right here.
Yep. Good eye. It's got to go. I don't mind if the leaves are like a little bit
Inward?
yeah, they're like turning in. It's a stress plant. That's okay. It's summer, right?
Yeah.
But the spots and things I don't want to keep because that will just turn into a dead plant and we don't want that. But look, this is our peace vine tomato plant and they're finally starting to turn color. That is a good thing.
These ones are purpley.
These are black strawberry. Aren't they just so beautiful? They're not ready to eat yet, but they are, I think, the most gorgeous tomatoes I've ever grown.
Are they gonna turn fully purple?
They, when they're fully ripe, they look like, here's another example of like, yuck, we don't want that. When the black strawberry tomatoes are fully ripe, they are like streaked with dark purple and pink and red and green, and they're gorgeous and delicious.
So they have like all the colors.
They've got all the colors. It's incredible.
That's really cool.
Let's see. So same thing, I'm coming over here. I'm just gonna get gone, you know, take off stuff that I don't need, take off suckers. Oh, here's a branch that's higher up that, like, look, there's lots of little spots. I don't want that. I also don't want the sucker right above it, so I'm gonna get that gone too. I gotta go get my garden hamper thing to put these in. Yeah, but looking pretty good. So yeah, this is the black strawberry tomato. So pretty. And as you can see at the bottom, like I'm pinching off suckers, right? But you can see at the bottom that as I'm pinching off suckers, this thing is growing like a whole nother plant off of the roots under the ground. So I'm gonna trim that down because I don't need it. And I'd rather it to be putting its energy into the fruit. Here's a slicer tomato bed. You can tell that I pruned a lot. There's lots more airflow. Things are standing upright for the most part. And then panning over to the cherry tomato bed. Same thing, trimmed off lots of leaves that looked a little funky, have things going upright on the trellises. So yeah, next up is maybe looking at some of these carrots and beets in here, seeing what we've got, if there's anything in there that we can harvest. Baby bear pumpkins coming along nicely. I am really excited about that. And then I wanted to show you runner beans growing up nice and tall. And I'm definitely going to harvest one of the zucchinis. Let me show you. I spy with my little eye a big gray zucchini that I'm gonna harvest and maybe cook for dinner tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. I have to harvest this gray zucchini because I'm gonna forget and then it's gonna get gigantic. So, got my pruners because these are pretty spiky plants. I'm gonna come in here, watch out for little bees because they love this plant in here, and I'm gonna reach in and try to get as close to the plant as I can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at that! Zucchini! All right, let's see if I can harvest some beets. That's a proper carrot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at that! This is Shinkaruto carrot. The reviews I heard from people were that they were like, you know, you just set them and forget them, right? They just grow and they look like it. Look at that! That's like the best carrot I've ever grown. Let's see if I can get more.
I want to do the next one.
You want to try to pull one?
Yep. I'll try.
Can I get one?
Yeah. Okay. This is so cool. Get in there, Glory. You see? Now you gotta kind of reach down. Don't break the carrot. Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look at that carrot!
Okay.
Oh my
Now I
gosh.
do the next one.
Yes, you can do the next one. You gotta like brush off the soil. See?
Yeah, I see it.
Look at that carrot! You guys, back up. Hold those next to each other. Look at those! Oh my gosh!
They're just the same size.
Y'all, look at this. Look at those Shinkaruto carrots. This is a golden boy beet. Got some lindro beets in there, zucchini. I just can't believe it. Look at this. These are proper carrots, y'all. I am just chuffed. This is amazing. I grew carrots. So awesome.